Hello children, how are you? I hope you all are doing well and studying well. So children, we all know, okay, that science covers up everything in detail, isn't it? Everything around us, within us, everything that is our need and why is it our need. So children, here we are going to talk about one of our basic needs, okay, that is our basic need of clothes. So we all wear clothes, isn't it? And even when we see someone who's not wearing clothes, we ensure that clothes are provided to that person because for whatever reason that person is not wearing clothes. So clothes is a requirement by everyone, okay, by every human being. So let's learn about it. Let's learn about the need for clothing. Let's talk about the various types of materials used for making clothes, clothes suited to the different weather, and take care and storage of your clothes. Alright. So children, as we all know, for survival, what do we require? We require food, we require water, we require air. But what our basic needs are? So when we get all these things in the environment, what are the other things that we need? What are our other basic requirements? So our basic other requirements consist of food, clothing and shelter. So these are the basic needs of any human being. So when he gets all these things, that means he is in a comfort zone, okay. Now there are three basic needs of a human being, okay, to live happy and comfortable life. These are food, shelter and clothing. So the need of the clothes was felt even by the early men. So when they used to live in the caves, they used leaves, barks of the trees and skin of animals to cover their bodies to protect themselves from heat and cold. So that's where the need for clothing developed in the early men, okay, when they started feeling that they need something to protect their body from the extremes of heat and the extremes of cold, okay. So as the time passed, the human beings felt the need to find the fibers, okay, and they discovered initially from plants, later on from animals. So we need clothes all the time. We wear casual clothes at home, uniform for school, sports dress to play, party dress for function or party, and night suit for sleeping, etc. So in early days, okay, when men and women were created by God, okay, they did not have clothes, okay, and then they started feeling that the clothes are required because the environment around them, which had lot of heat, okay, which had lot of cold weather. So that was the that is where the need for the clothes developed. And after that, okay, they started finding different ways. They first used leaves, okay, then they started using different materials that different types of fibers that they could get from the plants, and then they started making clothes, okay. So this is how the clothes were made. Then these clothes were they started expanding it, okay, into you know, clothes for men, clothes for women, clothes for children, uniforms. So different types of clothes then came into place, okay. So why do we need clothes? Good clothes, they make us look smart. They protect us from cold, heat, rain, dust, insects, okay. Our clothes, they should be comfortable, okay, suited to the weather conditions and according to the type of work we do. So when you wear something which is nice, don't you feel good and confident? Yes, they make us look smart and confident, okay. Apart from that, the main function of clothes is to protect us, okay, from cold, heat, dust, insects, animals, so many things, okay. So and then we wear clothes as per the weather conditions. So if it is hot, we wear cotton clothes. If it is cold, we wear woolen clothes. If it is raining, we wear raincoats. So as per our need of the climate or the weather conditions, okay, and also according to the type of work we do, okay. So like when the work that you do as children is to go to school. So in school, to maintain the uniformity and to maintain the equality amongst all the children, uniforms were made, okay, so that there is no discrimination between rich and poor, or so that everyone is treated equally. Okay. Now, let us talk about some clothes for work. People wear special clothes for work. These special clothes are known as uniforms. A soldier wears uniform made of tough cloth. People working in factories wear overalls over their clothes. Doctors and nurses wear white coat. A lawyer wears black gown in the coat. A school student is recognized by his or her uniform. So, these are different types of special clothes that are used at workplaces. Okay. Most of the clothes, they are made of fibers. The fibers are woven in a machine to form pattern. Okay. When your mother knits a sweater by using knitting needles, for you, she makes, what does she make? She makes different patterns on that, all right, for you. Now, you have to do an activity. Okay. You have to show the patterns in a cloth. For that, what do you require? You require a piece of cotton cloth. You need a piece of silk cloth and a magnifying glass. Okay. So, what you do is you take pieces of different types of cloth. Okay. Observe them with a magnifying glass. The fibers are twisted together and make different patterns in the cloth. So, observe these two types of material. Okay. One is the cotton material and the other one is the silk material with the help of a magnifying glass. And you will see that the fibers which are there, they are all twisted together and then they make the pattern in the cloth. Okay. Now, what are the materials that are used for making clothes? Clothes can be made from natural or synthetic materials. Now, what are natural materials or natural fibers? Okay, the fibers which are prepared naturally, okay, by using either plants or animals. Okay, they are called as natural fibers. We get fibers like cotton, jute and linen from plants. Fibers like wool, silk and fur, we get them from the animals. Okay. So, cotton and jute are natural fibers obtained from plants, whereas wool and silk are natural fibers obtained from the animals. Okay. Now, wool is obtained from what? From whom? From sheep. Okay. Cotton is obtained from cotton plant. Okay. And silk is obtained from silkworm. Okay. Now, what are synthetic fibers? The fibers which are prepared artificially, okay, from chemicals, they are called synthetic fibers. They are also known as man-made fibers. Okay. Example is nylon, rayon, polyester. Now, nylon, it was the first fully synthetic fiber. Okay. Nylon clothes, they are strong, they are elastic and they are lightweight. Okay. They have a shine and they are very easy to wash. So, they became very popular. Okay. When they made this fiber called nylon, okay, people found that these clothes, they are made of nylon, they are very strong. Okay. They are elastic, that means they are flexible, okay, stretchable, and they are lightweight also. They have a shine also on them. So, people started using them more. Some synthetic fibers are stretchable, waterproof and wrinkle free. They dry very quickly. They are also non-porous. Okay. Now, let us see what will happen on what impact will happen on different type of clothes, okay, on burning. So, on burning, silk will burn slowly. Okay. Wool, it also burns slowly. It meets with sizzling. Okay. Cotton, okay, when cotton clothes burn, they burn with yellow flame and noise. Okay. And nylon, it burns with little flame. So, it just burns. All right. Smell, okay, obnoxious, that means burning of hair type of smell comes. Obnoxious burning of hair type of smell comes in wool also. Okay. And when cotton fiber is burnt, okay, the smell is of burning paper. And nylon has a bad smell. So, when a nylon fiber burns, it has a very bad smell. Okay. Residue, what do you get when silk, wool and cotton is burnt? You get ash. Okay. but when nylon is burnt, you get dark, hard bead formed. Okay. So, do not do these activities without any supervision of an adult. Okay. So, do not try to do it just like that. You ensure that there is an adult with you when you do any kind of activity to test anything. So, conclusion is that different fibers, they burn differently. Okay. Now, you have to do this activity. You have to find out whether the given fabric is nylon or synthetic. Okay. Different types of fabrics you require for this. You require a matchbox and you require a spirit lamp. Okay. You have to light the spirit lamp, bring the strands of thread one by one near the flame and observe them. Alright. Now, let us talk about the different clothes and the weather. Okay. Why clothes are worn as per the weather conditions, right. So, in summers, what do we wear? We wear cotton clothes. Now, cotton absorbs sweat. Okay. It allows the body heat to escape, and so cotton keeps our body cool. Okay. During summer, we must wear light colored cotton clothes as they absorb less heat from the surrounding. Okay. So, they absorb less heat and they keep us cool. That is the reason why in summers we wear a lot of cotton clothes. Now, in winters, we wear dark colored and woolen clothes, okay, as they keep our body warm and they do not allow the heat to escape. So, it helps the body to retain the heat, okay, and it does not allow it to escape. Now, during rainy season, what do we wear? We wear a raincoat, okay, above our clothes or carry an umbrella. So, raincoats and umbrellas, they are made up of nylon as it does not absorb water and it is waterproof. So, raincoats, umbrellas and all, they are made up of a material called nylon, okay, and nylon does not absorb water, it is waterproof. So, we wear socks and shoes to protect our feet from dust, heat, cold, germs and also worms. Okay. Walking barefoot can cause cuts. Dirt, germs and worms may get into the cuts and then they cause an infection. Okay. People living in different regions wear different types of clothes depending upon the climate and tradition of the region. The national dress of an Indian woman is sari and a Japanese woman is the kimono. So, you must have seen that in India also, okay, we have so many different states. So, every state has something which belongs to their state, okay, like the type of dressing, okay, that they have, the folk dance, the music, the clothes. So, it is all as per their state and as per the culture that the state follows. Similarly, if you talk about India, our country as a whole, okay, sari is the main attire that women wear. Okay, it is the Indian women's dress, okay, the national dress of India. Okay. Similarly, in Japan, the outfit that the people wear over there is known as kimono. Okay. Now, how do you take care of clothes? Clothes should be washed properly by using soap and water. Silk and woolen clothes should be washed with gentle soap. They can also be dry cleaned. Clothes must be ironed to look neat. Wet clothes should not be worn as they cause itching. Stain of tea, coffee on clothes can be removed by using soap and water. Always wear comfortably fitted clothes. Okay? Mending of the dress, if it is required, should be done immediately. So, children, these clothes, okay, that we wear, they should be kept neat and clean. Okay, we need to wash them every day, okay, with soap and water. Okay, we can use gentle soap for silk and woolen clothes because of the material that is involved in that. Okay, we can also it is always recommended to give it for dry cleaning. Okay, then the clothes, they should be ironed. Okay, so when you wear clothes that are ironed, okay, that do not have any creases on them, they look very nice, okay, and they look very neat. Wet clothes, if you wear them, you will start getting the itchy feeling, okay, it starts itching. Okay, whenever any stains fall, like the tea, coffee or any food or any oil, something falls on our clothes, we should immediately put them for wash and clean them with soap and water. Okay, always wear comfortable clothes. Okay, mending of the dress, that means if something is torn and all, you must get it mended immediately or soon immediately. All right. Now, where do you store your clothes? During summer months, okay, we must keep our silk and woolen clothes away. But if these are not properly stored, they can be eaten and spoiled by insects such as moth and silverfish. So, we all know that the woolen clothes, okay, are made using in the animals. Okay. So, now these animals, the animal fibers, so the fibers that we get from the animals like the wool, okay, or the silk that we get from the silkworms, that is used mainly during the winter seasons. So, we need to keep them neat and safe. Okay, we need to keep them in a proper place so that, okay, the insects do not eat them. Okay, they can be eaten by them, and then there are certain insects like the moth and the silverfish. Okay, for them these clothes, these fibers are their food. Okay, so what we can do is the clothes should be dry cleaned before being packed. We can keep, there are naphthalene balls which are available, they are white color balls which are available. Okay, we can use them. We can use dried neem leaves, okay, between the folds of woolen clothes. And then proper care of the clothes, it will make them last longer. Okay. So, children, let us do a quick revision of this beautiful chapter. Okay. Our clothes, they are one of our basic requirements or basic needs of life. Clothes protect us from heat, cold, dust, insect bites and make us look smart. Clothes should be comfortable, they should be suited to the weather conditions and also to the type of work we do. Clothes can be made, okay, of natural or synthetic material, and clothes need proper care and storage. All right. So, children, quickly revise this chapter and do these exercises. All right. Take the correct option. Which of the following fiber is not obtained from plants? Silk, cotton, jute or linen? It is the silk. It is obtained from silkworm. The early man used to protect his body from heat and cold by covering himself with leaves of trees, bark of trees, skin of animals or all of the above. It is all of the above. Clothes do not protect us from enemies, heat, cold, dust, from enemies. Okay. Which of the following is not animal fiber? Silk, nylon, wool or fur? It is nylon. It is a man-made material. Which of the following is not a characteristics of synthetic fibers? They are strong, they are light, they get wrinkles easily, they dry quickly, they get wrinkles easily. Okay. Now, jute is a natural fiber which we get from plant. The raincoat and umbrella are made up of nylon material. Dash clothes absorb sweat, cotton clothes. During summer, we must wear light colored cotton clothes. The national dress of Indian women is sari. Clothes can be, now children, this is true and false. Okay, clothes can be made only of synthetic materials. Is this true and true or false? It is false. They can be made from natural fibers also. Okay, the residue left after burning nylon is the dark hard bead. Yes, true. All right. So, raincoats and umbrellas are made of synthetic material. Yes, nylon is a synthetic material, but it is in specific, it is made up of nylon. Okay. So, during winters, we wear dark colored clothes. Absolutely true. All right. Now, match the column. Silk, we get it from silkworm. Wool from sheep. Cotton, we wear it during the summers. Jute is a natural fiber and nylon is used to make raincoats. All right. Now, synthetic fibers are also called man-made or natural fibers. You have to cross the wrong words. Okay. So, synthetic fibers are also called man-made fibers. Jute or nylon is a natural fiber? Jute. Nylon or cotton clothes absorb sweat? It is the cotton clothes. Silk or wool is obtained from sheep? It is wool. Okay. Moth or butterfly eats the woolen clothes and spoils them? So, it is the moth. Okay. Now, give one example of a natural fiber, cotton. Okay. Synthetic fiber, nylon. A plant fiber, jute. Okay. An animal fiber, we can say the wool. Alright, now, which of the following materials can be used for making umbrella and raincoat? Okay. So, here we can use nylon, because that is the only material that does not absorb water. Okay. Now, short answer questions, you have to define the natural fiber. What are natural fibers? Fibers that are obtained from plants and animals. Okay. Name two man-made fibers like nylon, synthetic materials, okay, polyester. Then name the kinds of fibers used to make different kinds of fabrics. Okay. So, you can talk about cotton fibers that are used, you can talk about animal fibers like the silk and all. Okay. How can you protect our feet? How can we protect our feet from dirt and insects? By wearing footwear, okay, by wearing socks. Now, what type of clothes are preferred in summer season? What do we wear in summer season? We wear cotton clothes because they absorb the sweat and they also keep us cool. Okay. Now, long answer questions. Why do we wear clothes? You have to give the reason why do we wear clothes and how do clothes protect us. Okay. What type of clothes are best suited in kitchen and why? What type of clothes should you wear in kitchen? Okay. And why? So that in kitchen you have food that is being cooked on flames, on fire. Okay, so how can we safeguard ourselves from that fire? Okay, which material can catch fire easily? Okay, and which is the material that you should avoid because of that? Okay, what are the characteristics of synthetic fibers? Okay, and you have to distinguish between the natural and the synthetic fibers. All right, now critical thinking skills. The uncovered part of the people who work in the sun for a long time becomes tanned, whereas the covered part remains fairer than the uncovered part. Explain why. Clothes protect us from the heat of the sun. Okay. So, when the heat of the sun falls on the exposed part of our skin, it gets tan, and when it falls on the covered part, okay, that area is protected by the clothes. Okay. Now, why our nightwear should be loose and have full sleeves? Okay. Loose is so that it is comfortable. Okay. And it should be full sleeves because it protects us from the mosquito bites. All right. Now, case based study. Natural fibers which are prepared naturally from either plants or animals are called natural fibers. So, fibers that are obtained naturally, okay, from either plants or animals, they are natural fibers. We get fibers like cotton, jute, linen from plants, and fibers like wool, silk and fur we get from animals. Wool is obtained from sheep, cotton is obtained from cotton plant, and silk is obtained from silkworm. Synthetic fibers, they are prepared artificially from chemicals, okay, and that is the reason why they are called synthetic fibers or man-made fibers. Example, nylon, rayon, polyester. Nylon was the first fully synthetic fiber. Nylon clothes are strong, elastic and light. They have shine and they are very easy to wash. Okay, so they became very popular. Now, wool is obtained from plants, worms, sheep or chemicals. It is obtained from sheep. Nylon is obtained from plants, worms, sheep or chemicals from chemicals. What are natural fibers? Fibers that are obtained from either plants or animals are known as the natural fibers. And what are synthetic fibers? They are obtained or they are prepared artificially using chemicals. Okay. Now, life skills. You have to take a 15 centimeter cloth of different materials like cotton, jute, silk, wool, nylon, polyester, etc. And then you have to soak them in water for 5 minutes. okay, and then spread them on the table to dry. Note down the time taken by each piece and tabulate your results. So, you have to now tell us how much time does it take for cotton, jute, silk, wool, nylon, polyester type or different types of materials you can take, and make a note of it on one side and a note of the time taken for them to dry in the other side. Okay. Now, let us do something new. Collect fabrics of various materials and paste them in your scrapbook. There is Dolls Museum in Delhi. Okay. Visit it to see the different costumes of different countries and write a report in your notebook. Okay. Now, explore. Certain clothes, they need special care. They cannot be washed with soap and water at home. One such method is dry cleaning. Okay. In this method, water is not used. Find out how dry cleaning is done. What type of clothes are preferred to be dry cleaned. Okay. So, this is something that you must find out. Okay. You can either find the information over the internet or you can check with the laundry guy that is there in your area. Okay. But before you do all these different types of activities, you know what you have to do. You have to reread the chapter and complete all the exercises first. All right, children, get going.